What's going on, everybody? RJ Ochoa here from SB Nation's bloggingtheboys.com. Hope all is well wherever you are. We hope you're happy, safe, healthy, and that you are ready for football. We are less than 2 weeks away from the Dallas Cowboys beginning their regular season on the road against the Los Angeles Rams in Week 1. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. We are inching closer and closer and closer. And on Sunday night, the Dallas Cowboys had what they called their Cowboys Night, what's traditionally been called the Blue and White Scrimmage, but it was very untraditional as far as this team has been concerned. We know that obviously this is the first year under Mike McCarthy for the Dallas Cowboys. We know that obviously the entire world is navigating its way through a global pandemic. This has obviously reshaped the way the NFL and subsequently the Dallas Cowboys have handled their operations. And so Mike McCarthy has really put his fingerprints all over this team since day one. We have seen very different things, very different practices, literally different practices in terms of the times that the Dallas Cowboys practice. And on Sunday evening, well, let's start and say we've talked before about how Mike McCarthy had the Cowboys quarterbacks wearing red practice jerseys. This is something Mike McCarthy said he's always done, etc. We talked about that. Cool. We also talked about how Mike McCarthy had all of the players on the Dallas Cowboys have their last names on the back of their practice jerseys. This was a new development for the Dallas Cowboys as well. This is not just any team we're talking about, obviously. This is America's team who are celebrating their 60th anniversary here in 2020. Look, I love uniforms, and we now know, as mentioned on our last video, the uniforms that the Cowboys will wear this season. But Mike McCarthy took uniforms to a whole new level on Sunday evening. He took off every single player's name and player's number. So it was just a bunch of white jerseys and a bunch of blue jerseys running around a fanless environment at AT&T Stadium. Why did the Cowboys do this? Well, we've heard about different NFL teams scouring and looking all over the place, really all over the world, all over the internet, for any information that they can scrounge up on their opposition. We know, as mentioned, that not a lot of people are able to attend NFL practices and NFL training camps this year, and so teams are reportedly, to the assumption of many, looking on Twitter, looking on Instagram, looking here on YouTube. Hey, what's up, Doug Peterson? How you been? And they are trying to find out everything that they can about the teams they're going to be playing this year so they can gain any sort of advantage. Now, I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if you believe that. Maybe you think this sounds cheesy. Maybe you think this is real and legit. But either way, Mike McCarthy is taking things very seriously when it comes to being the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And this did not stop at what the players were wearing on Sunday evening. There aren't a lot of highlights to talk about because even though this was broadcasted locally in the DFW area and on all of the Dallas Cowboys social channels, on DallasCowboys.com and whatnot, there was no football. The Cowboys focused on tight shots on the players on the sidelines, on the coaching staff, on players just chilling. There was absolutely nothing to really take away from all this, which was kind of amazing when you really think about it. The Dallas Cowboys went on air for 2 hours and gave us absolutely nothing. It's obviously very frustrating because we all want to see the Cowboys and we're all very excited. Again, we're less than 2 weeks away from the season, but this is how Mike McCarthy wants to play his hand, and it's hard to blame him when there is so much unknown, and he spent the last year waiting for his next opportunity. So the most interesting thing really to come out of Sunday evening's Blue and White Scrimmage, Sunday evening's Cowboys Night, whatever you want to call it, Jerry Jones joined the broadcast with Bill Jones, Michael Irvin, and Nate Newton, and he talked about the team drafting CeeDee Lamb. He talked about giving CeeDee number 88 in honor of his late friend, former teammate at the University of Arkansas, Jerry Lamb, and he talked about his grandsons, and actually his grandson, Shai, might be the reason that the Dallas Cowboys drafted CeeDee Lamb. He punched Jerry Jones when the Cowboys were on the clock.
And I'll never forget, my grandson, Shai, reached over and punched me. I was sitting on the couch, and he said, "Production, Papa, production. Look at his production."
So CeeDee Lamb is a Dallas Cowboy for whatever reason, but either way, we're all very excited to see what CeeDee, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Blake Jarwin, Zeke Elliott, Tony Pollard, I could go on and on and on and on. We're all so excited, which is why we're all so bummed that there wasn't a whole lot to take away from this. Now, there were 2 injuries to discuss. Xavier Woods, starting safety for the Cowboys, and Ventel Bryant, a receiver who is, who's in the mix near the bottom of the depth chart. And Mike McCarthy said immediately following the scrimmage that there was nothing of major concern. Now, obviously, this is a dude who is so, hide the lock and throw away the key on subjects that he took off names and numbers. So it's not like Mike McCarthy is going to give up any information that doesn't have to, but It is noteworthy that he said these were not issues of concern. We will, of course, keep you updated on all things Xavier Woods, all things Ventel Bryant, and of course, all things Dallas Cowboys right here on the official Blogging the Boys YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of our wonderful episodes that we put out. We have tons of breakdowns, recaps, film reviews, anything you can imagine we are going to have here as the season progresses. You can, of course, visit the latest and the greatest going on in the world of America's team at the #1 place on the internet for the Dallas Cowboys, bloggingtheboys.com. You can also subscribe to our podcast network. We give you 2 episodes every single day talking all things Cowboys. We are available on all major podcast platforms. Just search for Blogging the Boys, leave a rating, write a review, and do us a favor. Have an incredible day. Have the best day ever. You know why? Because you deserve it. We'll see you next time.